Yeah, that's a...
Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Lexington Town Center Field for another edition of the Intercity League Baseball 2026. Tonight's midseason matchup features the third place Andre Chiefs with a record of 8-4-2, and the current first place Lexington Blue Sox entering action tonight with a record of 10-3-1. At this time, let us introduce you to the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Andre Chiefs. Leading off, the second baseman, number 3, Joe Bova. Batting second, the designated hitter, number 1, Nolan Lopes. Catching and batting third, number 25, Byron Woodman. Batting and cleanup, the right fielder, number 52, Ryan Moreshi. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 43, Roberts Galvis. Batting sixth, starting at shortstop, number 41, Rowan Oostman. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 10, Anthony Perry. Batting eighth, starting in left field, number 50, Ivan Plasencia. Batting ninth, the starting center fielder, number 98, Nick Valderio. And on the mound for the Chiefs, number 19, Mike McCarthy. Andre is led by, today, the player manager, Anthony Perry. And quickly for the Blue Sox, leading off, the center fielder, number 14, Jack Pasiak. Batting second, the second baseman, number 10, Dylan Walsh. Batting third, starting in left field, number 41, Pat Casserly. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, number 22, Ryan Grundy. Batting fifth, starting at shortstop, number 2, Anderson Jimenez. Batting sixth, your first baseman, number 11, Harry Tucker. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 37, Logan Auer. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 31, Brian Acosta. Batting ninth, the extra hitter, number 38, Cam Kelly. Catching and batting 10th, number 7, Brendan Doyle. And on the mound for the Blue Sox, the right-hander, number 40, Chris Wannett.
And after the golden notes of Chris Del Sordo introducing you to the starting lineups, it is the not-so-golden notes of yours truly, Sam Feely, welcoming you back from the 4th of July break for Blue Sox baseball here on LSP. It is for the third and final time the regular season, the Blue Sox hosting their longtime rivals, the Andre Chiefs, the Blue Sox at 10-3-1, and the Chiefs at 8-4-2.
Leading off for the Chiefs, the second baseman, number 3, Joe Bova.
Now, the Blue Sox have already secured the head-to-head tiebreaker over the Chiefs, Chris, and hopefully, I talked to Chris Wannett, today's starting pitcher, who fires our first pitch in there at 8:03 for a strike, 0-1. I was talking to Chris Wannett before the game, Chris, and he said there's no way he's going to throw as a curveball. Looked good, but
hey, a lot of movement on that for that first curve of the day.
Absolutely. He said there's no way he's going to try and replicate what Drapes did last Tuesday as that hits the outside corner. Curveball's looking good.
In what regard?
In that he's not going to throw 120 odd pitches in 7 innings. He's like 70, come on.
You know what's funny is that Chris Wannett that might hit that car. No, Chris Wannett is one of the
official
few people.
broadcast already, but anyways.
He's one of the few people who actually can just speak that into fruition. Saying, I'm not going to throw 122 and not. He's got that good of command.
Catches the inside corner for strike 3 called, 1 up, 1 down.
That's a corner painted right there.
As Joe Bova goes down for the first out of the ballgame.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 1, Nolan Lopes.
Here's DH Nolan Lopes. It's Bova, Lopes, and Woodman leading things off here against Chris Wannett, who's only making his 3rd appearance of the season. Usually a workhorse for the Blue Sox, who always loves to make that drive up from New Haven.
That's what I was about to ask. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's covering some distance to get up here, right?
He really is, but it's not like the Blue Sox have been in desperate need of his talents this year. No disrespect to him. They are 10-3-1 entering the second half of the season, in which they will play 10 of their final 12 games, including this one, here at LHS. That is 8 home games and 2 road games against the Bulldogs, plus 1 road game at Stoneham against the Sabres, and then the season finale against the Expos at East Boston Stadium.
Home sweet home.
Chopper to the left side, fielded nicely by the third baseman Ryan Grundy, and in time for out number 2.
Ryan Grundy of that Pat Cashley mold where you stick him anywhere and you know he's going to get the job done for you. Defensively, offensively. Now batting for the Chiefs, the catcher, number 25, Byron Woodman.
Wanted is 1-1 on the year. Got the dub in that drubbing of Mass Envelope in his last appearance on June 26th. Took the L against the Americans on June 3rd, which snapped that, 20-odd game unbeaten streak dating back to last June, as Wanted misses high to the power-hitting catcher, Byron Woodman. Misses low, hitter's count to a guy you do not want to put in a hitter's count.
Not at all.
Woodman's the team's leading hitter at a 1456 OPS, 3 doubles, 1 homer, and despite playing in only 7 games, leads the team in RBIs at 12. He's also third on the team in hits with 13, behind Galvis, who has played 13 games, and Bova, who has played 9. Good job to come back from 2-0 to 2-2, though, against Woodman. Bova struck out looking. Lopes grounds out to third. Let's see what happens on 2-2. To the number 3 hitter for the Chiefs, barely able to foul that one off and stay alive. Definitely had him out in front there.
Had him out in front. This is, you're seeing classic Chris Wannett. It's nothing about it is going to overpower you, but the placement, it's just always going to be there. So figuratively, literally, the ball is in your hands, the bat is in your hands. You got to pull the trigger on a pitcher like him.
It'll be another grounder to the left side. Grundy on to first. 1-2-3. Go the Chiefs.
For the Chiefs, in the top of the first inning, no runs on no hits, no Blue Sox errors, and no runners left on base. We move to the bottom of the first inning, scoreless, due up for the Blue Sox. Pasiak, Walsh, and Casserly.
LSP and Shipping Shield are partners in card. Shipping Shields are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly, made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use the link and codes on the screen or in the description for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of, as always, whatever this is. Another shout out to Greg Long, in thanks in part to that biggest single card sale I've ever made last week. That fueled into my first $200 week on Manapool. And that's not my main job or anything. I'm not too disappointed. I don't have a huge inventory or anything, but I was averaging $300 a month the first 4 months and $200 in a week, Love to see it, obviously. So thank you, Greg Long, for the Shields and also for the recommendation for Manapool. So Mike McCarthy is going to get the start on the bump for the Andre Chiefs. He's making his 5th appearance of the year, first against the Blue Sox. He has won each of his last 2 appearances after going 2 1/3 innings over his first 2 games. Got 5-inning wins against Mass Envelope and the Boston Blue Jays on June 11th and 17th. In each one, he went 5 innings and allowed 4 hits. He only allowed 2 earned runs against Mass Envelope with 4 walks and 4 strikeouts. Then sell that down to 1 run on 2 walks and 7 Ks against the Blue Jays. And good news for Blue Sox fans. After the scary moment to start the offensive proceedings last Tuesday, Jack Pasiak is back in the lineup leading things off. And again, it's another battle of the top 2 hitters in the ICL, with Robert Galvis of the Chiefs will be due up second in the second, and Pasiak.
So was that
off here.
Do we know, was that a precautionary play, or was he actually too hurt to go?
I haven't poked around for that too much,
right.
but again, that's something that can really impact you, especially as a leadoff hitter, a contact hitter, a speed threat. I was wondering that, if he was still feeling the ill effects but could at least play, that maybe you'd put him at
the bottom of the order is the DH or something, but he's back in the field.
Right.
He's back in the leadoff slot. So, sometimes things look worse than they actually are. So, again, Jack Pasiak leading things off for the Blue Sox, entering play tonight, second in the ICL in hitting at .487 with 1 double, 3 triples, 1 homer, 17 runs scored, a 1278 OPS, and 7 steals in 10 attempts. McCarthy throwing to Woodman. And he deals right on right to Pasiak. Oh, coming in hot for ball number 1. Hitters count here for Pasiak to start the ball game, 2-0. 3-0. And again, this is not a guy you want to let on base very easily, although you do wonder how much he will be, if he's still feeling the effects from that foul ball to run. Oh, we got the bad news there on strike 1, and
yeah, it's rarely do you see the follow-up. Oh, okay, never mind. No. So just miscommunication.
He was pointing. He was pointing with his right finger.
Well, he had me confused
for
too.
A strike.
Yeah. The second baseman, number 10, Dylan Walsh.
I mean,
all's well that ends well. Got the speedy runner on first base.
It's like I was about to say, never assume you got ball 4. And that one is a strike. Though.
Rarely, especially because he's still a college ball player, so you're too young to even act like that, kind of. But rarely are you going to see a bat throw on a mistaken strike followed by an actual wrist guard throw, and he got both of those off.
This will be a grounder to the right side. Throw to second for the Forces in time, but that's all they'll get as Pasiak is forced out 4-6, and Walsh will reach on the fielder's choice.
That's a good play by Bova, not just sacrificing the lead runner and testing it and getting it. The left fielder, number 41, Pat Casserly.
So Pasiak gets on base to begin the ball game, but is forced out. And here's Casserly with a runner at first and 1 down. Cass takes down it in for a ball. 1-0, slashing .394, .512, .636 with 3 doubles, 1 triple, 1 homer, and 13 ribbies. He is, in fact, the only Blue Sox with double-digit RBIs this season. He skies this one into right center field, and that gets down.
That. Wow.
That hung up for a long time. That's probably going to freeze Walsh, preventing him from scoring. And we know what happened in the last Chiefs game, how ridiculous
I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, I don't want to. That's
take the double where you can get it. Right?
Maybe got a little lucky there. Now batting the third baseman, number 22, Ryan Grundy.
So the 4th double of the year for Cass breaks a tie with Jimenez, Walsh, McElroy, and Tucker for second now
it's
on
funny
the team.
That ball was almost in off the plate, but Pat got the bat head on it so quickly that he didn't get jammed at all. That was really squared up contact, and he just kind of let it eat the other way a little bit. So what originally looked like Valderio's ball ended up kind of being closer right to Mareshi in right field.
Yeah, I was having flashbacks to Mareshi's plays.
Yes.
Last Tuesday.
I'm not mad at Dylan at all for still being at third base right now.
Swing and a miss, 0-2 to Ryan Grundy. You had a couple nice plays in the top half this inning.
He did.
Defensively, enters play though, 4 for 12, and this is 6th game of the year.
He's got a home run, right? Weren't we here for a Ryan Grundy home run?
He's got 2 of them,
okay.
Doesn't he? And he gets strike 3 called on the inside corner. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Now
Ryan
batting
Grundy.
the shortstop, number 2, Anderson Jimenez.
So 2 down, and it'll be up to Andy to try and cash in here. Grundy's, in fact, the only Blue Sox with multiple home runs this year. We just got dispatched 1, 2, 3. So let's see what Jimenez can do. Fouls that one off of Woodman's mask for strike one.
Well, after the leadoff walk to Pasiak with the 4 straight balls, it seems like McCarthy's got himself rather dialed into the strike zone here, and he's working both the inner quarter and the outer corner. He's on the black on both sides right now.
Jimenez slashing 295, 343, 64 with 3 doubles and 4 ribbies. Foul tips that one into Woodman's mitt this time, and from second and third, 1 out to 5 consecutive strikes and 1 more away from getting out of this unscathed is McCarthy.
Sometimes baseball's that simple. Just put it over the plate. Most of the time, it's not that simple. Everybody watching this game at home is well aware of that. But sometimes, yeah.
You throw the ball, you catch the ball, you hit the ball. And I think he tried to throw a breaking ball there, but obviously did not get on top of it, and it sails high 1 and 2.
You call that changing the eye level, right?
Maybe not that much. Walsh at third, Casserly at second after Cass's 1-out double. 1-2. Fly ball into left field, and that will be caught for the out that retires the side by Placencia.
For the Blue Sox, in the bottom of the first, no runs on 1 hit. No errors, 2 runners left on base. We move to the top of the second inning, still scoreless. Due up for Andre in the top of the second, Moreshi, Galvis, and Oostman.
Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot, whether you want to promote a business, product, or event, or send a message of support to a player, team, or coach. Email yours truly for all the deets. So we'll go to the top of the second, and both pitchers threw 15 pitches in that inning, but the fact that the Blue Sox sent 5 batters to the plate in that first inning, and the Chiefs went 1-2-3, could be an indication of the team's approaches offensively tonight. Blue Sox, relatively speaking, going up, hacking early in the count. Obviously, Pasiak with the leadoff 4-pitch walk, but not wasting much time otherwise swinging the bat. Alas, it results in them stranding 2 runners in scoring position. Be the middle third of the order due up for the Chiefs in Ryan Moreshi, Roberts Galvis, and Rowan Oostman here in the top of the second. As Brendan Doyle fires the ball down to second, and here comes Moreshi, who we all had flashbacks to in his performance last Tuesday here at LHS.
Leading off the top of the
defensively,
second for the Chiefs, the right fielder, number 52, Ryan Moreshi.
It wasn't just with the glove for Moreshi last Tuesday. It was also with the bat. He went 3 for 4 with an RBI. He fouls this one off for strike 1. Has to adjust the shin guard here after, yeah, that's almost literally swinging out of your shoes. That goes to the backstop, and it'll be 1-1.
Crucial part of hitting, having a solid base, solid foundation. Can't be slipping and sliding in there.
Yeah, and I mean, that's exactly the spot where Pasiak got roughed up last Tuesday.
Exactly.
Stroked into right center field, and that'll get down for a leadoff single for Ryan Moreshi, who now has 4 hits in his last 5 ABs.
Usually it makes more sense to sit fastball than sit breaking ball, but sometimes with wanted, it feels like that might be your safer bet. It's slightly easier to track. The third baseman, number 43, Roberts Galvis.
So here is the ICL's leading hitter in Galvis, slashing 500, 543, 575. 1 double, 1 triple, 4 ribbies. Grounds this one, and it nicks off of Jimenez's glove into center field, and to third on the play goes Moreshi.
Got him. I'm sorry, that ball's hit hard, but that's got to be at least 1.
Seriously.
Sorry, Andy.
It's a tough break there. Tough hop there, but now it's first and third. Nobody out for Oostman.
The shortstop, number 41, Rowan Oostman.
Galvis actually went 0-for
against
the Blue Sox last Tuesday.
And you can't count on that, right?
Absolutely
happening
not.
again tonight. So
So here is Ostman slashing 412, 583, 471 in 7 games.
and it's tough too because even though he's down at the 6th spot of the order, he is that natural shortstop and he's speedy. So normally you want to sacrifice that run in turn 2. That's much easier said than done with Rowan Ostman, and he's already in the left-handed batter's box.
Even in the count now is Wannett with Ostman 1-1. The thing is, you should sit off speed against a guy like Wannett more so than with Draper because he uses his breaking ball so much more and isn't really a fastball guy, whereas Draper is the kind of guy who can shove with that fastball when he really needs it.
And we saw Matt, intentionally rattle off 8, 9 straight number ones to explicitly set up that curveball and make it that much more devastating. Chris, he sprinkles in both types of pitches much more regularly amongst each other.
1-2, runner goes, pitch is lined, and that is not a catch.
I don't know if
hang on a
our
second.
umpire at second base, I think he might be singing a different tune than the home plate umpire.
The home plate umpire ruled safe. The home plate umpire ruled safe, meaning that obviously it was right for Tucker to tag the bag.
That's a double play.
That is a double play. The base umpire ruled it was a catch on the fly, and then he tagged the bag, so it's a 3 unassisted double play. And what a shift that is with Anthony Perry coming up next.
Like to see it. Yeah, we're going to go to New York on that one.
So AP, who's got the batting helmet on because he's about to bat.
Protect your boys. I love that. The at-bat can wait. We got to talk about that play first. Now that I heard what I needed to hear, now I'll go and bat.
Now they're going to discuss. And
I like this. I mean, listen, they said 2 different things, and they were both pretty – okay, no, confirmed.
So call stands. So it's a –
Now batting, the first baseman, number 10, Anthony Perry.
That is a huge swing here for – the Blue Sox. I mean,
did you hear what Rick just said?
What?
Make him put it in play here. He's got good wheels.
What?
From Rick? Okay.
Well, now AP is extra motivated to drive in the run. Let's be real.
It's chirp season here at Town Center Field, folks. That ball just barely off the plate, but at the same time, I think Andre could make the case that they might be owed one. And that's I don't know if that's Robert Scalvis's dad or he's with him. He got what he claims is a perfect angle of the video, and they're watching it now on that dugout. I am very interested to see what we got. I'm going to ask him in a second here. Going to do some sideline reporting.
Hitters count here for AP, who chops this one left side foul.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it 2-1 now?
It is 2-1.
My fault, ballpark. There we go.
So, I mean, this is as much momentum has gone back to the Blue Sox after that 3 unassisted double play. AP, the manager, has the opportunity to swing it all right back. He's just 1 run. And he's going to ground this one to Jimenez at short and fire on to first.
He did have good hustle on that play. There was good hustle down the line on that play.
And the Blue Sox escape unscathed in the top of the second.
For the Chiefs, in the top of the second, no runs on 1 hit, 1 Blue Sox error, and 1 runner left on base. We move to the bottom of the second, still scoreless. Due up for the Blue Sox, Tucker, Auer, and Acosta.
The LSP store is open. Get yourself one of several different designs of stickers, shirts, or other merch, including some stuff with my dog, Tina the Long Arena, on it, and some words I've probably said on this here YouTube channel over the years. Scan the QR code now to go to the spring store and buy. So we go to the bottom of the second, and already this game has been eventful. That's a situation where the Chiefs have all the momentum in the world, getting first and third, nobody out. And then Galvis takes off, and Ostman lines into a 3 unassisted double play. And then Anthony Perry, the manager playing first base tonight, had the perfect opportunity to swing the momentum back, and maybe even doubly so, and with him being the manager. And stepping up to the plate right after Osman's line out, and the Blue Sox escape that top of the second unscathed, and we are still scoreless going to the bottom of the second. What'd you find out, Chris? Talking to the replay official over there? Or?
Yeah, it looked like it hit the ground. It did. Leading off the bottom of the second, the first baseman, number 11, Harry Tucker.
Was he zoomed in enough on the grass to see like a blade kick up or something, or at any rate?
Well, actually, that's a good point. I might not be able to isolate the one specific. It did just look like all factors combined.
In fairness, who comes to a game prepared to look at stuff like that?
No, I mean, well,
not even
but hey,
me. I just parked the camera behind home plate.
But when you have two cameras on the game, you might as well take advantage of it, right?
Well, one anyway.
If you ask, well, listen, okay, I don't want to make this point because I don't want to. FIFA has been stepping on it a lot during this World Cup. It is nice having all of the technology possible to see everything. Then how you put it into affect, that's different. But we can't have that happen 2 innings in a row.
I mean,
can't have that.
That was. I mean, the thing is, that was absolutely.
Can't get mad at Harry on that. But at the same time,
that was absolutely a strike in from here. To be fair,
he could do what he wants, but
I mean,
we're keeping track.
Technically, you can do what you want. You can do anything you want in any contest. Doesn't mean there aren't going to be consequences.
Right.
And as long as we're talking about momentum, now that only motivates McCarthy more to try and retire him. Full count here on Tucker to be followed by Auer and Acosta. There's ball
got
4.
It was meant to be.
Had him all the way.
Yeah, he had him exactly right where he wanted him.
Leadoff walk in each of the first 2 innings for the Blue Sox.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the right fielder, number 37, Logan Auer.
So Tuck reaches on the walk. That is his 4th walk of the year. And now here's Logan Auer.
Tell you what, Brian Acosta's got to look over here in the on-deck circle today. Looks like he's got a big offensive game waiting for us. I'm calling my shot with that now.
What makes you think that, though?
Just there's some intensity that I saw today, both before the game. Good-looking swings in the cage. Pretty animated in his pregame conversation with Andy. I'm just adding all the pieces of the puzzle together. You heard it here first.
Smoke the other way to left center field. That'll get down for a base hit. And boy, is this ever an opportunity for Brian Acosta as Logan Auer picks up his 5th hit in 9 at-bats.
Yeah, he's seeing the ball very well to start his Blue Sox career. Now batting the designated hitter, number 31, Brian Acosta.
So Brian enters play 6 for 31, although with 6 RBIs. So hopefully he does have that big offensive game in him that you were talking about, Chris. Going up hacking, absolutely, but got him swinging and missing down away on the slider for strike 1.
Ain't worried about it. Called my shot.
Just tip the.
Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
it's the dangerous game of not wanting to blow out the mic for my PA announcements, but then, thank you, Sam.
Yeah. We've all got a little bit of ADHD. Ooh, off-speed upstairs.
I got more than a little bit, brother.
And I probably got more than you.
Maybe. So be it. It's good to be in good company.
And I literally cannot take Adderall or stuff like that.
Well, I think the fans at home now want to know why.
Oh, come on. Y'all know why.
I know. I'm sorry.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Brian Acosta.
Maybe I should get out of the predictions business.
Like,
it's too early for that. Now batting for the Blue Sox, the extra hitter, number 38, Cam Kelly.
Acosta's down on strike. 2nd strikeout for McCarthy. And now potentially 1 pitch away from getting out of this are the Chiefs. As Kelly fouls that one off.
I feel like we've seen a first pitch swing out of everybody except the 2 walks. Pasiak and Tucker took the first pitch, but I think everybody else has tried to put bat to ball so far. And that seems like a fairly consistent part of the Blue Sox approach.
Kelly is 2 for 7 on the year and has to duck out of the way of that one. It is 1-1.
Classic setup there. Fastball away. Fastball up and in. She's going to probably try and snap a breaking ball out her half.
Kelly was 1 for 3 with a run scored and a couple of strikeouts against the Chiefs last Tuesday. Skies this one the other way towards the right field corner, but that is going to land foul and out of play for strike 2. That's a long way, to go the other way.
It feels like that originally, and I mean, in nature, that was a defensive swing, but it was a great path to the ball in a defensive swing. And Blue Sox always just have a great bottom of the order, and I think that's particularly been the case this season.
1-2 is the count. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Strike 3.
Just broke back at the very last second. That is a brilliant pitch there by McCarthy.
Back-to-back Ks for McCarthy, and here's Brendan Doyle.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the catcher, number 7, Brendan Doyle.
Doyle is 1 for 20 on the year, but with 3 runs scored.
He's due, right? I guess it's easy to say, but listen,
down low for a ball.
You know why he's back there. Whenever he's available, you want him controlling the game.
Mm-hmm.
You want him in charge of your staff.
Now,
it's a price worth paying.
Yep. Swing and a miss at a pitch up and away, 1-1. So it's always important to drive up the opponent's pitch count. The Chiefs do have 2 arms available behind McCarthy and Rourke and Colette, but
they also there's a third player who he's not on the lineup card, but he did make it and does have a jersey, and I forget the last name, but it was the pitcher that started the last game that we played on Tuesday against Andre. He just showed up in jersey, so they do have 3 arms available out of the bullpen tonight. My apologies that it's escaping me.
Well, it's 1-2 to Doyle. Chops that one up the first base line. It's a fair ball, and they got him for the out that retires the side. And the Blue Sox get each of the first 2 on, but
for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the second. No runs on 1 hit. No Chiefs errors. 2 runners left on base. We're still scoreless as we hit the top of the third. Due up for Andre, Placencia, Valderio, and Bova.
Are you down with a sound called LSP? Of course you are. Then follow and support us on the web. Linktree, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Flash subscribe button. Membership's also available for $5 a month. PayPal and Greater Spring, LSP 37. All the cool kids are doing it. You know, it's all fun and games here behind home plate at LHS, but sometimes you got to hold your colleagues accountable, and that is what we've done with tonight's Who You Got.
I'm good at other things.
I'm not.
Leading off the top of the third, the left fielder, number 50, Ivan Placencia.
I'm not even good at this, depending on who you ask. Placencia takes strike 1.
Well done, Katrina. Thank you.
What? Jimenez, 1 down.
Andy's arm, it's always going to be there. It's such an asset when you have somebody with a cannon back there in the hole. Now batting the center fielder, number 98, Nick Valderio.
And it's good to see him get those two plays to end the second and start the third after the error off the bat of Galvis.
It is, yeah. 2 in a row for Andy. And you'd like to then hope, oh, that's going to be a tough play.
Pass wanted, barehanded, Grundy's going to eat it, infield single for Valdario.
You just got to hope that, because with Andy, you know, he kind of is a streaky player offensively, that the good plays in the field help translate to the bat. Now batting the second baseman, number 3, Joe Bova.
Bova struck out looking to begin the ball game. 424 entering play today in 9 games, though, and takes outside for a ball, 1-0.
This feels a little bit more classic Blue Sox versus Chiefs, whereas 9-7, you know, it was close, it was intense, it was a grind to the finish. When it's more low and slow like this kind of feels apropos for a Blue Sox Chiefs matchup.
In fairness, both teams have always been capable of, you know, putting on shows offensively, and then sometimes you get pitchers duels. So, like,
well, that is the law of averages and the law of large numbers when you play a team.
Okay, but
3 times every year.
The point I was trying to make is that there is one constant in this series, and that is the intensity and the competition get ratcheted up several notches compared to most other of your league or interleague rivals.
There's that classic 12-6 from Chris, and even though that fastball, I mean, it's probably not even topping like 78, 79.
You want to tell him that?
I mean, well, that's why I said it a little bit quieter, Sam, but the point remains. The point remains that when you can go back to that 78, 79 after like a truly 62-mile-per-hour curve, it's doing something. A la Jamie Moyer, if you will. Kind of a deep, Philly area pull, but
full count, pitch is high for a ball, first and second with 1 down.
The designated hitter, number 1, Nolan Lopes.
Lopes grind out to third his first time up.
You got some speed on the base paths to worry about right now.
Right now, you really want a ground ball up the middle to shorter second, I would argue. With Lopes too, kind of out of the left-handed batter's box. If he hits it to Grundy, I mean, no disrespect to Grundy's ability, but that's gonna, take that much time away from you to be able to complete a 5-4-3.
Just get that lead runner out at third.
Yeah, depends, of course, on like where you end up fielding it too. If your momentum is going to carry you towards second base, you have to try and make the turn.
You got Woodman waiting in the on-deck circle, too, so that's just another player that's both good at putting bat to ball and good at getting up the first base line.
Popped up into foul territory, staying alive here, is Nolan Lopes. Take this moment real quick to do our Blue Sox baseball trivia question. As long as we're talking about, the Blue Sox and Chiefs, being towards the top of the league for 2 decades basically at this point. The Blue Sox and Chiefs have combined for 10 of the last 19 ICL batting titles. Who is the only Blue Sox or Chief player among that group, as this is only going to be 1 out, if any? Oh, they got him!
Yeah. Wanna got there in time. It's all about the throw.
Oh, boy. And I don't know what happened with Tucker there, but, that is a lucky play.
We'll take it.
Bova to second, Valdario to third, 2 down, but 2 runners in scoring position here for Woodman.
The catcher, number 25, Byron Woodman.
So who's the only Blue Sox or Chiefs player out of these 10 batting titles between the two teams to have multiple batting titles? Because, of course, the Blue Sox and Chiefs have the top 2 hitters in the ICL in Galvis and Pasiak. Woodman grounds this one up the third baseline, base hit. One will score. Here comes another as it slows down in the grass, and it's a 2-run single for Byron Woodman. That's exactly what you were talking about, Chris. Imperative to get something out of that last AB with Lopes, with Woodman in the on-deck circle, but the Chiefs got the best possible outcome on that play, and now they got the best possible outcome on this one to take the early lead.
Now batting the right fielder, number 52, Ryan Mareshi.
2 ribbies for Woodman as my pen's starting to run out of ink.
Well, that guy's around a lot of baseball, so I would trust his inkling about his own players more than anybody else.
Wild pitch bounces high all the way to the backstop, and to second goes Woodman. Katrina was telling us for Woodman's AB, AP was saying right guy, right time, and hard to argue with that really at any point in time in any game.
Big at bat here for Chris Wannett. It's not about the physical run right now that Mareshi represents. It's more about the concept of just recovering after finally allowing a well-hit ball and this 2-0 lead. If you can just shut the door and not let anything linger, you're right back to the top of the lineup for the bottom of the third here.
Do you have to let it linger?
Do you? You know I'm such a fool for you, Sam. One could say you have me wrapped around your finger. He's got nothing, folks. Thanks. Shout out to my girl Dolores Reardon.
2-2.
Hey.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
For the Chiefs in the top of the third, 2 runs on 2 hits. No Blue Sox errors. 1 runner left on base. We move to the bottom of the third inning. The Andre Chiefs 2. The Lexington Blue Sox 0. Due up for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the third, the top of the order. Pasiak, Walsh, and Casserly.
And that's what I get for not knowing as much about the reference as other people. LSP and Shipping
We'll
Shield.
do Zombie next, folks.
LSP and Shipping Shield are partners in cards. Shipping Shields are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly. Made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use the link and codes on the screen or in the description for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of whatever this is, which is apparently Cranberries references. So as we go to the bottom of the third, now obviously the Blue Sox don't have to worry about the head-to-head tiebreaker with the Chiefs here, but there's still, these games still count for the Blue Sox. They still got to win more games, obviously, to wrap up, as high a playoff spot as they can get, being in first place right now, but then you don't want the wheels to fall off, and that is exactly what happened to Andre towards the end of the season last year. They were in a pretty good spot more than halfway through, and then just things fell apart. And the Blue Sox, they've never missed the playoffs.
Leading off
in
the
their
bottom of the
history.
third, center fielder, number 14, Jack Pasiak.
And you can't get too comfortable, even though you're obviously at a much better position now than you were last season. Through the first 10, the Blue Sox were only 5-5. Pasiak scoops this one down the right field line towards the corner. That is a foul ball. Base umpire pointing to the right of the line.
Tell you what, though, AP was like 5 or 6 inches away from a Maze-esque over-the-shoulder basket catch in foul territory. And it's a shame because
with Ryan Mareshi, you actually made one
Yes,
last week,
well,
closing in from the opposite direction.
it's a shame that we just don't have the camera on that because if you try to explain to somebody if he did make that play, you'd have a lot of people going,
Well, we could
no
if people would
camera.
like to, financially support, whatever this is, and we can hire more camera operators.
Well done. Well done. I wasn't even trying to throw that lob there. He's a professional, folks.
I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. 0-2 the count to Pasiak, who walked his first time up. Grounder. Oh, thank you very much, says Mike McCarthy, and an underhand to first for out number 1.
That might be the easiest out that they've gotten on Jack Pasiak this year, and it still was, a half step away from the underhand toss. That's got to feel good for McCarthy. 1/3 of the way towards your shutdown inning. The second baseman, number 10, Dylan Walsh.
Walsh reached on a fielder's choice his first time up, and now he's behind 0-1. The Blue Sox have left 2 runners on in each of the first 2 innings and now trail 2-0. They're unable to get the leadoff man aboard for the first time. Here's another chopper up the middle, fielded, fire on to first, out of play, and Walsh will get second base as a result of the E6.
I feel like that was probably going to be. I feel like he probably had that safe. But then
I think by a step. I think by a step, like Ostman would have had him. But
the left fielder, number 41, Pat Casserly.
So Walsh becomes the 4th runner to get into scoring position tonight for the Blue Sox through 2+, but they've yet to cash in. I think they got the first 2 on with nobody out last inning as Cass takes down and away for ball 1, and then was strikeout, ground out. They got Walsh and Casserly both in scoring position with 1 down.
I tell you what, Sam, I know that Pat's numbers right now, they're not in that stratospheric spot that Pasiak's numbers are, but it feels like all season long, Pat's been the one to get that clutch base hit when needed the most for the Blue Sox.
And he's got the right side of the infield wide open, too. Bounces,
that works.
Rolls over to the Blue Sox dugout, and thankfully for the Chiefs, kicks off the facing of it to prevent a ball from going out of play.
That's what you love to see. When the second you go down 2 runs in the top of the 3rd, you get a lucky break on an overthrow, which allows the base runner to take second, and then a wild pitch to 3rd, and you can manufacture this to be a 1-run game.
Cass is ahead 3-0. With Grundy due up next, you could put him on and just set up the double play. Obviously, no guarantees with Grundy coming to the bat, and there is the automatic take. It's 3-1.
I don't know if you'd want to risk disrespecting a hitter as capable as Ryan Grundy like that. We'll get to find out now with 2 on and 1 out. Now batting for the Blue Sox, the 3rd baseman, number 22, Ryan Grundy.
Well, disrespectful would just be them pointing to first base.
That's true.
They got the strike, and then they at least tried to get him to, fish or something. But good job by Cass to lay off. He is on base for the 2nd time. It's runners at the corners with 1 down for Ryan Grundy, who struck out looking his first time up. He skies this one into left center field on the first pitch. Back at the wall. It is off the wall. 1 run scores. They're waving Cass around 3rd. The relay is bobbled. This game is tied.
Can't disrespect Ryan Grundy. Even though they didn't, you can't think about disrespecting Ryan Grundy. He's got too good of a bat. The shortstop, number 2, Anderson Jimenez.
And even if you don't score again this inning, what a response by the Blue Sox. And now let's see if AJ can give the Blue Sox their first lead of the ball game.
Like where this is at, not really in any sort of conventional double play territory. You got Harry in the on-deck circle.
And
Make the statement, take the lead.
And you got one of your veteran leaders up at the plate, as that is on the outside corner for strike one to Jimenez, who flew out to left his first time up. That's especially got to feel good for Gruddy and the Blue Sox as a whole after having 2 runners on with 0 or 1 out each of the first 2 innings and unable to capitalize. That bounces away again from Woodman. That'll be another wild pitch.
And that was a great secondary turn there by Grundy. Just entertaining that if nobody was on their P's and Q's and getting back to the plate in time, I might mess around and take home as well.
I mean, that came much closer to going out of play, too, than the last wild pitch. Saved by it looked like the donut, too.
Yeah, seriously. Katrina, did you catch that, how Harrison got his cameo when he walked back in front of the camera? Very good moment for anybody who's going to go back and watch the broadcast.
What did I miss?
Tucker, when he went to go get that ball and cross pass with the camera and realized it right when he walked past and it hit like a Zoolander-esque like pose look. It was great. It made me stop. I kind of lost. If you listen back, I stopped for a split second because he got me with it.
2-1, Jimenez the other way! Blue Sox lead for the first time tonight.
That's just clutch. Just clutch. And, it's what you talked about sometimes with Andy. It's just as simple as seeing a couple of things go right out in the field, and he takes that energy right back with him into the batter's box. The first baseman, number 11, Harry Tucker.
Tucker with a walk his first time up. Oh.
McCarthy's not afraid to use that up and inside pitch, that tower buzz, if you will, as part of the repertoire. Never hurts to give the hitter just something extra.
I mean,
that
was just part of baseball, old school. Great jump by AJ, and he gets into second easily. Plus, it's now 2-0 to Tucker.
I don't know if Ostman is normally the player that covers the throw down to second. But they were lucky that he did there because that throw got all the way behind Joe Bova, and luckily Ostman was able to just knock it down, or else Andy would be 90 feet away from home.
Collette is already starting to loosen in the Chiefs' bullpen, too, as it is a hitter's count 2-0 to Harry Tucker with now runner in scoring position. That bounces, but this one stays in front of Woodman, and it is 3-0.
Collette was rather dealing when he came in relief. And luckily, the Blue Sox had built up that big enough lead at that point of the game. But he really had Lexington off balance the last time these two teams played.
3-0 is the count to Tucker. Taken all the way, 3-1. Now we'll go to work. Blue Sox responding to the 2 spot in the top half of this inning with 3 so far here in the bottom of the third. 1 out. And it could have been more after if Jack Pash had been able to get his grounder back up the box and past McCarthy. That was a hard hit smash, too, that McCarthy was able to field.
Hey.
Here's a little floater into left. That gets down for a base hit. Jimenez around third. Here comes the throw. The relay is not in time. They'll try to get Tucker at second, and they will.
That was a great read by Andy, though, hitting the corner the way he did. You hate to see the out at second, but at the same time, 4-2, hell of a lot better than 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
Now batting the right fielder, number 37, Logan Auer.
Do I have another pen in my bag? Can't believe this.
I got
ran
you,
out.
Sam.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So 2 down, base is empty, and that's big too for McCarthy. Now he can just work from the full windup again. Here's a grounder. That's a fair ball past AP. Logan's on his way to second. Here comes the throw, and he is safe. Hustle double for Logan Auer.
How about a 5-hit inning right now for the Sox? What an answer.
Auer with a double. He's 2 for 2.
the designated hitter, number 31, Brian Acosta.
And that's huge, too, to McCarthy, I'm back in the full windup. First pitch, smash down the right field line, hustle double. Now you got a runner in scoring position.
Now it's time for my Brian Acosta prediction to come through.
Popped it up over the light tower for strike one. Went down swinging his first time up in the second, but the Blue Sox, the 4 spot here to answer the Chiefs so far.
That's how you take advantage of the top of the order being up after the 2 runs getting across.
0-1 is the count to Acosta. Bounce.
Ooh, yeah, Woodman's got he's got the arm that you might not want to test that on.
No. I mean, ours obviously got wheels, able to get that one. It didn't go very far past AP2, plus you have Mareshi and Wright coming in to try and hose you.
And the Mosquitoes are making their appearance.
Swing and a miss for strike 2 to Acosta. Are you shocked?
No, I was just announcing to the viewing public that around the 9 o'clock hour, they really decide to come out and play.
It's not the witching hour, it's the itching hour.
Good call.
Ephus pitch.
I love that. I respect that. I think he slipped off the mound and just tried to salvage it.
Well, better than committing a balk, right?
Right.
Balk this!
Oh, it's Nick Valderio out there. He covers so much ground.
Well, on a line.
You love it. You love it, though.
Right back to the center fielder, Valderio, but the inning is over. The Blue Sox score 4.
For the Blue Sox, in the bottom of the third, 4 runs on 5 hits, 1 Chiefs error, and 1 runner left on base. We move to the top of the 4th. The Lexington Blue Sox 4, the Andre Chiefs 2. Due up for Andre in the top of the 4th, Galvis, Oostman, and Perry.
Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot. Whether you want to promote a business product event, send a message of support to a player, team, or coach, or help capture Anthony Perry's finest defensive moments. Email yours truly for all the deets. Not only was it big for the Blue Sox to get that 4 spot in the bottom of the 3rd, but the way they did it, and I'm specifically talking about the fact that not one of the outs was easy.
Leading off the top of the 4th, third baseman number 43, Roberts Galvis.
Because they had to earn the out at second, obviously, on Tucker, and that's a foul ball off of Galvis in the box for strike 1. And then
I need the cleats that Galvis is wearing, because when we saw Pasiak did that, he missed the rest of the game. that you could tell it hit his toe. Tough guy. Sorry.
But to finish my thought, Pasiak's comebacker, hard hit off the bat.
Yep.
Acosta's line out, hard hit off the bat. And even though in the grand scheme of things that's a routine play for Valderio, that is an indication that the Blue Sox are seeing the bat well.
I was just about to say we might only see one more half inning of work out of McCarthy.
Here's a fly ball into right center field, and that'll be caught for out number 1 by Logan Auer.
Logan Auer, welcome to the team, man. That guy it feels like he just does everything right, and that was a rather effortless, a lot of ground getting covered as he was shaded towards the line.
How many athletes do we have in right field this year? Let's be real.
All of them. Everybody. The shortstop, number 41, Rowan Oostman.
I mean, we've had Anderson out there. We've
Talon.
had Talon. Grounder up the middle. Fine effort at second base to try and knock that one down by Walsh, but it gets up the middle for a base hit for Oostman, who lined into that 3 unassisted double play. That was quite a momentum shifter. in the second.
The first baseman, number 10, Anthony Perry.
You do wonder how different this game would look, too, if that double play wasn't made. The three line-out double play in the second.
I totally forgot about that play. And because it wasn't really a controversial play because it got kind of, like, dealt with in the moment. But you're right. You want a butterfly effect that not actually being two-turned. It could just as easily be 3-4, maybe even a tie ball game.
AP grounded out to short his first time up. He's ahead in the count 1-0 with Ostman at first.
Got room.
Left side, foul territory. Grundy 2 down. It'll be up to Placencia to keep the line moving.
Now batting for the Chiefs, the left fielder, number 50, Ivan Placencia.
Placencia grounded out to short his first time up.
These balls down the line, it's always a different brand of adventure here at Town Center Field. Wind's not doing anything tonight. It's not part of the game tonight.
But it's also kind of humid. It's also humid
tonight.
It is.
That ball looked like it was pretty close to the crowd line, and he had so much room. In fact, he even got in the way of the third base coach to make the play. Always an adventure here. So it's nice when you can hear Sam, Rick, the entire dugout so clearly. They know their role in directing traffic.
0-2 the count to Placencia.
There it is.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Ivan Placencia.
Shutdown inning.
Retired.
For the Chiefs, in the top of the fourth, no runs on 1 hit, no Blue Sox errors, and 1 runner left on base. We are on to the bottom of the fourth inning. The score remains Blue Sox 4, Chiefs 2. Due up for Lexington in the bottom of the fourth, 9, 10, and 1. Kelly, Doyle, and Pasiak.
The LSP store is open. Get yourself one of several different designs of stickers, shirts, or other merch, including some stuff with my dog, Tina the Long Arena, on it, and some words I've probably said on this here YouTube channel over the years. Scan the QR code now to go to the spring store and buy. As we go to the bottom of the fourth, McCarthy is back out there to face 9, 10, and 1, Kelly, Doyle, and Pasiak, as both Rourke and Collette have gone to the Chiefs bullpen in case they need to be summoned for duty if the Blue Sox start to put something together here in this bottom of the fourth. All the runs of this game scored in the third, with the Chiefs scoring 2 in the top half of the Blue Sox responding with 4 in the bottom half on 5 hits, no less. So it'll be Kelly to lead things off. The extra hitter struck out swinging his first time up.
Leading off the bottom of the fourth for the Blue Sox, the extra hitter, number 38, Cam Kelly.
He was the third and, as of now, most recent strikeout victim of Mike McCarthy. Swings and pops this one foul for strike one. Won it with the backwards K to end the bottom of the fourth, and he too has 3 strikeouts. Again, he's not a big strikeout guy.
Right.
Grounder to the left side, fielded cleanly by Galvis. Didn't look like he got out of his hand too well on the throw, but well enough to get the first out.
I saw the same thing, but man, he got it over there fast, even after the little pump fake. The catcher, number 7, Brendan Doyle.
Here's Doyle, who grounded out in front of the plate for the final out of the second, that inning where the Blue Sox got Tucker and Auer on back-to-back to start the inning, but couldn't cash in, and thankfully the Blue Sox did not make it a recurring theme in the third, but that was tough to see 4 runners stranded, 3 of them in scoring position
Yeah.
in the first 2 innings. Broken bat chopper the other way, foul for strike 2.
You hate when it's like an unmistakable bat break, and that clearly was. And the worst part is that you don't even get to see the satisfaction of watching that bat shard into a million pieces. You just got to go throw it away.
I mean, save it for winter, save it for
Fire
right?
some firewood. Yeah.
I don't know with the stuff they use to varnish bats though. Would it even really work as firewood at that point? I don't know. I'm not smart.
It's a good point, actually. I thought it was going to be like an environmental question, and it's like, I don't know, bro. We're breathing in a lot. I'm close. Yeah. I don't know. I don't got anything for you on that, because that's the second time we've seen that now.
Like, is that supposed to be an eephus pitch? Like the first one.
Well, I understand. That was hilarious. I understand. Like,
what did he say?
You got to sit on that one. I see what he's doing there. I mean, like that. Yeah, that was.
Too.
But you got to try and make things work in a game, right? If you want to add something to your arsenal, it's not just only going to work like in practice bullpen sessions and whatnot. And so, I commend McCarthy right now for being like, no, I think I'm almost there with this eephus. I got a chance here at a 1-2 count.
I mean, it's not like Jackson Churio batting left-handed the other night.
Yeah, but great looking swing on the 35-mile-per-hour pitch, right?
Hey, Sal Frelick, how you doing? Sal and the Brewers having another fine season. Full count.
It could be anything here, though. That's what if you're McCarthy and you throw that eephus 0-2.
Fastball up and in, ball 4.
Might loom large.
Because guess who's coming up?
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the center fielder, number 14, Jack Pasiak.
Pasiak 0 for 1, walked in the first. Hard hit comebacker in the third, and threw an eephus to AP at first, trying to check on Doyle, who's not exactly a stolen base.
I don't know what's going on. I love baseball. I don't know if I'm tapped in enough right now to the inner workings of the Andre Chiefs as to why this is what Mike McCarthy is doing right now.
Well, that is a foul ball for strike 1. Doyle read it as a passed ball. The base umpire put his hand up. Wait, but
I'm pretty sure that was a swing and a miss. That was not a foul ball.
Yeah, because and so they are going to award Doyle second here, because if that's going to be a foul tip, that's got to be the home plate umpire's call.
Right. Well, I could hear the home plate umpire in his conversation with Byron telling them, no, it's not even close. Don't even waste your time.
AP going over the base umpire to just make sure, but yeah, that did not look like a foul. Like if anything, I thought that Pasiak may have contacted Woodman's glove. But I don't know.
That's the conversation that Jack's having with his teammates right here, right now, is explaining what actually did happen. But you could tell he was trying to communicate. It wasn't a foul tip.
Well, it's now 0-1, and Doyle gets to second on the pass ball.
Hey, that's how the 4-run bottom of the third got started.
Oh no, another one fouled off of Jack, but that one a lot less damage there. 0-2.
That bat might have a splinter in it somewhere. Sorry, Jack. I'm not trying to curse your lumber, but
70th pitch of the night for McCarthy coming up here on an 0-2 count to the second leading hitter in the ICL. Chopper up the third base line. That is a fair ball and safe. Infield single for Jack Pasiak.
Well, that'll help you in a batting title race when you beat out the throw from the person that you were trying to beat.
Great scoop at first by AP. Give credit where credit is due, but Pasiak's got the wheel.
The second baseman, number 10, Dylan Walsh.
This is that's like a slow bouncer to Galvis on a right-handed batter too. A great scoop by Perry. Just feels so unfair to the Chiefs to not get an out on there. And now there's a blooper or is they going to call infield fly? They are, as just shot just into the outfield grass goes the shortstop Ostman to make the catch for out number 2.
Clutch Casserly at the plate, though. Nothing to worry about.
Now batting the left fielder, number 41, Pat Casserly.
Cass, 1 for 1. Double in the first. Walk and a run scored in the third. That's your pitch.
Needed that one right there if you're McCarthy.
Fastball down the pipe.
Yeah.
I know, so many hitters will just take first pitch automatically, but in this situation. Grounder to the left side.
Oh, what?
They'll have to get the force at first,
Yo.
and they do.
Yo, Roberts
Yo!
Galvis. Roberts Galvis is the name, folks. That's 2 phenomenal plays in a row.
That one got the out and retires the side.
Wow. For the Blue Sox, in the bottom of the 4th, no runs on 1 hit, no Chiefs errors, 2 runners left on base. We head to the top of the 5th inning. The score remains Blue Sox 4, Chiefs 2. Due up for entree. In the top of the 5th, Valderio, Bova, and Lopes.
Are you down with the sound called LSP? And follow and support us on the web. Linktree, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Flash the subscribe button. Membership's also available for $5 a month. PayPal and Creator Spring LSP 37. It tastes great on a cracker. Well, top of the 5th, Roberts Galvis with the play of the game so far defensively to, like,
It's 5-2 if he doesn't make the play, and then the door's open for 6-2.
I mean, well, it's not even that, like, even if he doesn't get Casserly there, it's still, against 4-2.
The
Bases
center
loaded.
fielder, number 98, Nick Valderio.
And you keep it a 4-2 game, you have another chance to get the out without allowing a run. That would have been Grundy. Here's Valderio, who swings at the first pitch. Fouls it off behind us for strike 1 on pitch number 55 for Chris Wannett here in the top of the 5th as we are past the hour mark of this ball game. Started at 8:03. It is 9:12. Valderio foul tips that one into the mitt for strike 2. And there were so many things that bottom of the 4th that could have gone so bad for the Chiefs, and they escaped unscathed. Pop-up foul the other way and out of play. Can't knock the hustle by Tuck, but it remains 0-2. There were so many things that could have gone bad there.
Yeah.
There's the bang-bang play at first where Pasiak reached. There was the foul tip pass ball debate off the when Doyle eventually got to second. And Galvis, that play could have gone horrendously wrong in one of many ways.
Yeah.
And it's still a 4-2 game. This is what good teams do. They buckle down, win. And read the top line.
I was going to say, Katrina got you there.
Have you sat behind here enough to know not to flinch or
Something about if you can't take the heat?
Not nearly as much as I used to. That is up and away 2-2. I did used to flinch quite a bit, and then you become numb to it because you got the fence in front of you. Popped up right side into the outfield grass. Late call off. Catch is made. Valderio running it out. Play to the whistle, or the umpire's call in this case. Kudos to him.
Who's upset at that, right?
Yeah.
Now batting the second baseman, Number 3, Joe Bova.
Bova is 1 for 2. Struck out looking in the first. Single and a run scored in the third. All 6 runs of this game scored in that third inning. Bova lets this one go outside for ball 1. Two and 0. Hitters count to the leadoff man. Momentum swings abound in this game. The Chiefs very easily could have taken a early lead in the second, and thanks to the 3 unassisted double play, that's outside. Ball 3. Blue Sox got out of that inning unscathed. The Blue Sox have had a base runner in every inning. In fact, they've had 2 base runners in every inning, but they came up empty with first and second, 1 out in the first. Rather, second and third, 1 out in the first. And first and second, nobody out in the second as Bova reaches for the second time.
The designated hitter, number 1, Nolan Lopes.
And then they got first and second with 1 out in the fourth and couldn't push anyone across. So this is still anybody's ball game here in the top of the 5th with Nolan Lopes hoping to get on base for the first time tonight. Also victimized by a close play himself his last time, that 4-1 ground out. So 0 for 2 with 2 grounds, the other being a more routine one by Ryan Grundy, although still a very good play by Grundy on that one. Strokes this one to left center field, and that will get down for a base hit. A wide turn. Oh, they might have a pickle or two, but they won't. Wide turns at both first and second by Lopes and Bova, but they both get back safely, and it's first and second for Byron Woodman.
Well, now the Blue Sox are going to need their top of the 5th to mirror how the Chiefs were able to get out of their bottom of the 4th.
The catcher, number 25, Byron Woodman.
Woodman had a base hit that brought home the only 2 runs the Chiefs have so far. He's got the power to flip this game over with 1 swing of the bat. And takes a strike on the outside corner.
No,
0-1.
I believe he called that outside.
Oh, I thought he pointed to the right. Point with his index finger to the right. I believe it's 0-1.
I'm gonna wait for what he says after this pitch.
Down and away, back pick, no tag.
1-1.
It is 1-1.
Thank you.
You were wrong again, Ernie. Little Angels in the outfield reference for you. No, wait, that was Rookie of the Year. Never mind. No, was it Rookie of the Year?
I guess you were wrong again, Ernie.
Yeah, I was wrong again, Ernie. I'm tired, boss.
I think it was Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, no, it was. It was the one with John Candy. Yeah, 2-1. Yeah, because John Candy had a color commentator in that one. The Angels in the outfield announcer was.
I don't remember.
He was not a good person. Then he got fired at the end of the game. 2-1. Oh, well, he too had a color commentator. It was actually nice. Never mind. 2-1. Fly ball into right field, backing up and making the catch is Auer. Here comes the throw. It will be cut off, so it'll be runners at the corners with 2 down. And that is about as good as you could hope for in that situation if you are the Blue Sox.
The right fielder, number 52, Ryan Mareshi.
Mareshi with a base hit and a strikeout to his name so far, as Sam Steed was checking with Bruce Hack to check what his line was, and he mentioned the base hit to right his first time up. And again, the strikeout his last time to end that 2-run third for the Chiefs.
I'm not sure if he has a home run this season, but it's a good swinging right-handed hitter in the cleanup spot. You can't leave anything in the nitro zone right now with 2 runners on and this 2-run lead.
Well, with his 1 for 2 so far, he is hitting 500 on the year. And he takes up and away for ball one. 4-2 is our score. The tying run at first for the Chiefs here in the top of the fifth. Blue Sox looking for their fourth consecutive win and a season series sweep of the Chiefs. But right now a hitter's count to Ryan Mareshi. Hits this one into left, going back towards the wall, and he was unable to make the catch. But now they've got another pickle here. They throw to third. They got him.
But you get the run.
You do get the run on a rocket to left field that could have been a fly ball. I was bobbled by Cass, but he recovers in time, and they hose Lopes to retire the side.
Andre in the top of the fifth, 1 run on 1 hit, 1 Blue Sox error, and 1 runner left on base. So we move it to the bottom of the 5th inning with the score, the Lexington Blue Sox 4, the Andre Chiefs 3. 2 up for Lexington in the bottom of the 5th. Grundy, Jimenez, and Tucker.
LSP and Shipping Shield are partners in cards. Shipping Shields are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly. Made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use the link and codes on the screen or in the description for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of whatever this is.
For Andre, now pitching for the Chiefs, the right-hander, number 51, A.J. Rourke.
A.J. Rourke is the new whip for the Andre Chiefs, who have just gotten within a run on nothing is sacred on any play in this game, it seems. A.J. Rourke taking over on the mound after 4 innings from Mike McCarthy. Rourke making his 4th appearance of the year. He has no decisions at a 3.11 ERA. In 9 innings, he has allowed 12 hits, 4 earned runs, walked 3, struck out 6, and surrendered 1 home run. Last pitched on June 28th against the Bulldogs, went 6 innings and allowed 11 hits and all 4 of the runs he has allowed this year with 2 walks and 3 Ks. So, 4-3 after Ryan Mareshi's rocket to left field.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th, third baseman, number 22, Ryan Grundy.
4-3 after the rocket that ends up not being a hit but an error for the on the Blue Sox. It brings home 1, but they get Lopes trying to get to third on the play. And in response, nice. Ryan Grundy with his 2nd hit of the night, rudely greeting the new noodle.
The Blue Sox dugout certainly into it after they were able to get that play and thusly get out of the inning.
The shortstop, number 2, Anderson Jimenez.
Leadoff man aboard for the Blue Sox. Here's Jimenez with an RBI single, his last time up. Fouls that one off for strike 1. Jeff Berry letting us know in the comments that the Americans have just won their game 2-1.
Ooh.
And that was a victory over the roommates, the Lexington Bulldogs. That's really important too for the Chiefs because they are tied for 3rd in points in the ICL with the Bulldogs at 18 entering play. So the Bulldogs are going to stay at 18, with the Chiefs hoping to He's getting one.
Yeah, Andy.
Jimenez into left field towards the corner. That gets down. Around second, on his way to third is Grundy. And in the back door to second goes Andy.
Middle of the lineup. Just piecing it tonight. Yeah, you got a single for Andy, now a double. And you don't want to let things start to bubble and compound with him because he's one of the best good streaky hitters you're going to find here.
The American, go ahead.
The first baseman, number 11, Harry Tucker.
Tuck, 1 for 1 with a walk and a base hit. Infield comes in, 4-3 ball game. Foul tip into the mitt, 4 strike 1. Good rip there.
Less velocity here out of A.J. Rourke than it feels like out of McCarthy. And that's a welcome change for a lineup with your third trip through, right? Get a little bit more time to react in the batter's box, it looks like.
Swing and a miss. And then
he's got him out in front of both, yeah.
Yep. That's the one. That is the downside of that. It is 0-2. So the win by the Americans gets them to 10 wins and ties them with the Blue Sox at 21 points. But, of course, the Blue Sox have a couple games in hand on Melrose. But also remember that the tiebreaker has not yet been resolved between the Blue Sox and the Americans. They still have one more game to play.
Where is it sitting right now? Is it 1-1?
It's 1-1
okay.
with one game to go. And that game is going to be here on Thursday, July 16th.
It's funny. It feels a little too early for the standings board to be taking shape, but it really does seem like that the top half has kind of separated itself.
Well, you
from
say
the rest of the ICL.
You say that, but I showed Chris my calculations on like the Pythagorean standings in the ICL, and you look at the Middlesex Expos at the bottom of the league, like a plus 15 run differential. And the opposite can be said for the Stoneham Sabres, who are in a playoff spot despite like being outscored by more than a dozen. From 0-2 to 3-2 here for Tucker. Great AB here with Logan Auer due up next.
What a piece of hitting this could be if you could load the bases up. Thank you. Sorry. If you could load the bases up after being down 0-2.
Oh! Well,
folks, his name is Roberts Galvis, and he is good at baseball. That's I think that's what all I can do for that
His name is Chris Del Sordo, and he is bad at predictions.
I was just saying it would be nice.
He's good at the announcer jinx, that's
Damn.
for sure.
Come on.
No.
Now
you
batting
come
the
on.
right fielder, number 37, Logan Auer.
I mean, but again,
Well, I'm not mad at him for swinging the bat. I mean, it was
again, a hard hit out
Yeah.
by the Blue Sox. Nothing coming easy on defense for the Chiefs. It's now 1 out with second and third for Auer. Foul. Strike 1. First 2 have reached. Grundy's single, Jimenez's double. But now line out by Tucker. Freezes the runners. Oh and 2. Well, again, saw 0-2 to Tucker, who's able to fight his way back to a full count, but of course ended up lining out to Galvis. It's imperative that the Blue Sox get something here. The Chiefs getting back within a run in the top half. Down it in, 1-2. Brian Acosta is due up next.
might finally get you to eat your words about my bad predictions tonight. I'm not going to make any more. I've made enough. I feel like they're all still in the air and nothing's been proven wrong or untrue yet. That's all. That's fine.
1-2. Check swing, down it in, 2-2. The Bert and Ernie of amateur baseball here, ladies and gentlemen.
Luis Atiles in the building,
Oh.
in the hole.
2-2. Fouled into the screen. It is so easy to feel hopeless if you fall behind 0-2 in a big spot like we saw with Tucker, we're seeing with Auer. But again, the battle is there from both of them, but you still got to cash in somehow. With the infield drawn in, it's a hard smash through the infield. Gets one home. Control what you can control, right?
You honestly just want to have the opportunity to wear one here and load it up.
Popped up a mile high on the infield and caught for out number 2.
The designated hitter, number 31, Brian Acosta.
Acosta hoping to break through here. A strikeout and a fly out to center.
And just the Marianas Trench between the first baseman and the second baseman right now in the right field for Brian. The Grand Canyon is open to the right side.
Takes down and away for ball 1. He was swinging at everything in that first AB. Swung at like one or two pitches. Starting down and away from him in his first AB. Able to lay off that one. Gets ahead 1-0. Oh, that's a breaking ball there for you, but he lays it off, and it's 1-1. So the Blue Sox have had at least 2 runners in every inning. They've only scored in the third. Acosta is granted time. Luis Atiles is in the on-deck circle. It's 1-1 to Brian Acosta.
Now, wouldn't a Luis Atiles sighting with the bases loaded be a nice thing right here?
Perry stays down on it and gets the out at first to retire the side.
For the Blue Sox in the bottom of the 5th, no runs on 2 hits, no Chiefs errors, and 2 runners left on base. We head to, can I just see your lineup? We head to the top of the 6th inning with the score remaining. The Lexington Blue Sox 4, the Andre Chiefs 3. Due up for Andre in the top of the 6th, Galvis, Oostman, and Perry.
Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot. Whether you want to promote a business, product, or event, or send a message of support to a player, team, or coach, or possibly bribe a broadcaster to not make predictions anymore. I love you, Chris. Email yours truly for all the deets. Chris Wannett is done after the pitch count he was hoping to stay to tonight, so around 75 pitches. Roberts Galvis with a couple of clutch defensive plays over the last couple of innings. Swings and fouls that one off for strike one against a new whip for the Blue Sox, Luke Deschanel. Luke's making his third appearance of the season. He has one save and a 1.40 ERA in 5 innings. Misses upstairs with the breaking ball for ball 1. Luke, last pitch on June 28th against the Expos, got a 3-inning save, one of 2 3-inning saves on the year for the Blue Sox. Here's a little number off the handle of the bat. Jimenez, bare hands, throws in time!
Ooh. Glove for glove around these parts right now.
Oh my goodness!
This is a top flight game that we are seeing on display.
I mean, was last Tuesday not a top flight game? Let's be real.
You're right. Wow. The second that 4-run. Oh, let me make this announcement. I apologize.
The shortstop, number 41, Rowan Ostman. The second that the 2 runs,
scored in the top of the third, we got a different tenor in this game, and everyone's been arriving to the moment.
Check swing, and he went around on a pitch way up and in for strike one, did Ostman. Jimenez leads the ICL in assists, and you see why there.
Yeah. Look, he plays every day, and he's going to be in high leverage spots in the middle infield, but
he was not going to get victimized by Galvis a second time.
No, and just the arm. It's not like it sneaks up on you, but it just reminds you every now and then that there's levels to this, and that is the closest thing to the Gold Glove that you're going to see.
1-2 is the count to Ostman, who lined into that pivotal but also somewhat controversial 3 unassisted double play back in the second, and had a base hit in the fourth. Liner into right field for his second consecutive hit. On a 1-2 pitch, gets on base as the tying run.
Well, credit to Deschanel. Sometimes you get these relief pitchers coming in and they're just not around the strike zone, and he's not having any problems with that.
The first baseman, number 10, Anthony Perry.
AP 0 for 2 with a ground out to short and a pop-up to third, but also some fine plays on defense at first, including smothering that ball off the bat of Brian Acosta to end the third, the bottom of the fifth, and he picks up a base hit the other way here. Ostman's on his way to third. Throw back to first,
wow,
and AP
risky
is
business
safe.
throwing
Oh
it around the diamond
goodness.
like that. Now you gotta try and turn 2 here.
So Ostman,
Pinch hitter, 77.
we're gonna have a pinch hitter for the Chiefs, and it's gonna be Liam Powers.
We have a pinch hitter now batting for Andre in the number 8 spot. Number 77, Liam Powers.
So Perry with the base hit the other way. Powers will step in for Placencia, who finishes his night 0 for 2.
He had a couple of hits in the game last Tuesday. Liam Powers did.
Takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Powers 7 for 17 in 5 games with 1 triple and 3 ribbies. Grounds this one to the third base side and just letting it go foul is Grundy for a strike, 0-2.
Yeah, at that point, he made his decision. So it's the baseball gods, the dirt gods. You were at their discretion on that one.
Yeah,
bed was made.
I have wondered how much the field itself was going to come into play tonight, because before the game we basically had to put an entire bag of quick dry down around the plate, and then we had to put some more on the mound. The grass does look a little parched on either side of the mound too. Liner into right center field. That gets down, but Powers stumbles, getting to first. Perry is going to get to third. This game is tied.
It's tough because you could even hear the sentiment from the Blue Sox dugout. He's getting to 2 strikes, and just the put away pitch hasn't been there. What a pinch hit. The center fielder, number 98, Nick Valderio.
We are back to where we started. First
we
and
are.
third, 1 out. Perry at third, Powers at first. And this is something that has haunted the Blue Sox for a long time now. Their inability to retire batters at the bottom of the order, especially after getting them to 2 strikes. Valderio pops this one foul, 0-2. This is a big game for the Blue Sox to obviously stay a game ahead of the Americans who just won. And it's a big game for the Chiefs to try and break the tie with the Bulldogs. Smoked into right field off the end of the bat.
Wow.
Tracked down. Here comes Perry to give the Chiefs the lead.
I don't think AP was planning on playing in this game when he showed up to the ballpark today, and he's been quite a pivotal figure in the middle of it all.
That was smoked the other way off the end of the bat. Like,
Yeah.
my God.
I mean, that's the best 9-hole hitter you're going to get.
The second baseman, number 3, Joe Bova.
The lineup turns over for Joe Bova. On the outside corner for strike 1. The bottom of the 6th rather. The Blue Sox are going to have Kelly, Doyle, and Pasiak due up. The Chiefs have put up a 3 spot. And again, Deschanel is having no problem getting to 2 strikes.
I think he's been in front of everybody since he's come into this game. Hyperbolic, but it might be the case. And
2 runs have given the Chiefs the lead back.
That should
Fly
do it.
ball into right field, and that will be caught for the out that retires the side, but this game has been flipped on its head once again.
For the Chiefs in the top of the 6th, 2 runs on 3 hits. No Blue Sox errors. 1 runner left on base. We move it to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Andre Chiefs 5. The Lexington Blue Sox 4. Due up for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the 6th, Kelly, Doyle, and Pasiak.
The LSP store is open. Get yourself one of several different designs of stickers, shirts, or other merch, including some stuff with my dog, Tina the Longarina, on it, and some words I probably said on this here YouTube channel over the years. Scan the QR code now to buy.
We have a pinch hitter batting in the number 9 spot, number 27, Luis Atiles.
Luis Atiles is going to bat for Cam Kelly to start the bottom of the 6th and try to start a rally for the Blue Sox, who find themselves trailing again 5-4 with 6 outs to play with. A.J. Rourke back out there for his 2nd inning of work, and Atiles trying to tie the game with one swing, comes up empty for strike one. A 2 spot in the top of the 6th for the Chiefs, and again, it's the bottom of the order doing damage to the Blue Sox, even when getting them to 2 strikes.
It's interesting. Let me get this right here. Because it's the same scenario for both Deschanel coming in for Chris Wannett and now Rourke coming in for McCarthy. Slightly less velo. Most of the time, the relief pitcher, at least in my experience in the ICL, you're bringing somebody in with a little bit more pop. And where it allowed Andre to get a little bit more comfortable in the box, we haven't seen the Blue Jays get comfortable to this softer approach from A.J. Rourke yet.
Atiles, who was such a pivotal figure in the turnaround of the Blue Sox season last year, and especially in one game against the Brighton Black Sox last year to turn around that game, and then the season too. Left side,
what he
base
does.
hit. He does Luis Atiles things. He is now 6 for 12 on the year.
Now batting the catcher, number 7, Brendan Doyle.
I think in a situation like this, it's pretty obviously going to be a sack bunt situation.
He's a great bunter, and you certainly don't want to risk any sort of double play ball up the middle, so I would agree.
You probably want to bunt to the right side, too, because you got Galvis at third, but Perry at first.
Neither one of those players would you expect to make a throwing error. I hear you. You just want Luis in scoring position for Pasiak and Walsh.
He ends up taking strike one there. Drew a walk last time, did Doyle. Offered at it. Strike two, and now you got to swing the bat.
It wasn't going to be easy tonight. Never was going to be.
No, on either side.
Right.
0-2 is the count to Doyle with a T-lace after a pinch hit single at first. He's going to try and bunt again and win around for strike three.
The center fielder, number 14, Jack Pasiak.
That is Rourke's first strikeout since coming in last inning. Lineup turns over for Pasiak, base hit his last time up, 1 for 2. Atiles bluffs off of first, and it's a strike on the outside corner to make it 0-1.
I tell you what, that's the first ball strike call I've even had like a remote problem with in 4 innings. I feel like we had a great strike zone tonight, and that right there just felt a little bit like let's move this game along, and we're not in one of those games right now. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on that.
Swing and a miss.
And there,
off
look at that.
speed
Now
upstairs.
it has Pasiak's eye level change. The guy who knows the strike zone well, and you change it up on him like that.
0-2. Walsh is due up next. Atiles runs. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second! And I just got bit by the prediction, Jinx. Walsh is not going to bat. It is a strike him out, throw him out, double play to end the inning.
No runs on 1 hit, no errors, no runners left on base. We move it to the top of the 7th inning. It's the Andre Chiefs 5, the Lexington Blue Sox 4. Due up for Andre in the top of the 7th, Lopes, Woodman, and Moreshi. Yeah.
Are you down with a sound called LSP? Of course you are. Then follow and support us on the web, Linktree, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. PayPal, Creator Spring, LSP37. All the cool kids are doing it.
designated hitter number 1, Nolan Lopes.
New whip for the Blue Sox is Josh Becker, who will try to keep this at a 1-run game here in the top of the 7th. Thinking about bunting his way on was Nolan Lopes. Pulls back and it goes to the backstop for ball 1.
I still can't get over how perfect of a throw that was from Woodman. It was a great jump from Luis.
And
I think all things considered.
Woodman's a terrific defensive catcher too. I was not keen on the idea of running on him just in general. And Atilés obviously has the speed to do it, but not enough there. And to make matters worse, was a swing and miss for strike 3, resulting in the strike him out, throw him out, inning-ending double play.
A lot of bad adjectives.
Yeah, and especially after Doyle tried to give himself up to get Luis into scoring position. And then this one, an inside-out swing off the handle of a bat. It's a leadoff single for Lopes, and he's turned an 0 for 2 day into now a 2 for 4 day. Things just swinging firmly in Andre's favor the last couple of innings.
The catcher, number 25, Byron Woodman.
Like, this dude has been all over it tonight. Like, he's got a 2-run single. He's got the play of the game defensively with that strike him out, throw him out, double play. And now he's got a chance to do more damage with the bat against the new whip, Josh Becker. And he takes low for ball 1. Becker's making his 3rd appearance of the season. He has a save in each of the first 2. Obviously not going to get one here. 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Gets a strike on the inside corner. It is 1-1. Becker last pitched almost a month ago, June 16th, against the Boston Blue Jays. Went 1 inning, allowed 2 hits and 2 walks, but no runs and 1 strikeout. Swing and a miss on Woodman. It is 1-2.
You said 2 hits, 2 walks, no runs.
Right.
All right.
And
Some
1
good defense
strikeout.
behind
And a
him.
hit batsman, too. No runs at all, though.
I guess that's possible.
Yeah, if the runs aren't charged
Just
to you.
barely.
A
Good
massive
play behind the
strikeout
dish.
there. Doyle squeezing the foul tip for out number 1 and the strikeout of Woodman.
The right fielder, number 52, Ryan Moreshi.
And prior to his appearance against the Blue Jays, he also had not pitched in 3 weeks. Got the save against the Melrose Americans on opening night. An inning, no runs, and 3 strikeouts. That is on the outside corner for strike 1-2, Moreshi. Single and a double to his credit so far. That wasn't a double. That was the ball in the left. That ended up being an error after it was bobbled by Casserly, but it still brought home that 1 run. And you want to talk about all the butterfly effects we've had in this game. If Casserly catches that cleanly, then the 2-run inning we see last inning, it's still a tie game. Instead,
How about that?
it is a Chiefs 5-4 lead here in the top of the 7th. Looking for more. Fouled into the screen, 0-2.
Yeah, getting to the 2-strike count has not been the hard part, especially after the Blue Sox took the 4-2 lead. It feels like every at bat since the 4th inning has had a 2-strike count. It just hasn't deterred Andre. This is one of the best displays of 2-strike hitting we've seen in some time.
Foul off. Remains 0-2. Bottom of the 7th. Blue Sox are going to have 2, 3, and 4 due up. Walsh, Casserly, and Grundy. So Chris Wand is going to get a no decision, and right now Luke Deschanel is on the hook. Pickoff attempt, no tag made.
It'd be interesting to see. I know that Luis showed up, midway through the game. If there's anyone else, a lot of players that we've been seeing being regular starters that weren't here at the start of the game tonight. You just never know that they might be available now. I don't know if we've had our daily Eric Ramirez sighting yet. I'm not sure if Craig Corliss is in the ballpark or not, but you never know who might be waiting in the wings.
Well, in defense of Walsh and Casserly and Grundy.
Well, exactly. Valid. But maybe if you get through, a little bit further and you have the bases loaded and a couple outs.
Well, if this stays a one-run game,
That's
you don't
not
need
me
to
making
get
a prediction.
that far. You don't even get that far.
Right.
But swing and a miss.
Wow. Josh Becker, knowing where his bread is buttered there, and just I have enough gas in the tank to try and blow this by him. I'm going to go for it.
Back-to-back strikeouts, and here is Galvis.
Now batting the third baseman, number 43, Roberts Galvis.
Galvis is the ICL's leading hitter entering play tonight. But but up to this at-bat, he is 1 for 10 against the Blue Sox this year. He's 0 for 3 tonight after 0 for 4 on the 30th, and then 1 for 3 on the day of baseball.
The Phillies had a middle infielder in the early 2010s
Named Freddie Galvis. And
I remember him.
He
yeah.
played. I think he played on the Athletics and the Blue Jays as well. And I'm always going to ink just anytime I see that name to that player. So inherently, I just assumed Roberts Galvis was a good ball player, but I didn't know after getting to watch him over the course of this year that he was quite this good.
Well, he picks up a base hit here. His second hit of the year against the Blue Sox, but even with that, it is pretty impressive to see a guy who's batting .500 on the year. The Blue Sox as a team have held him to 2 for 11.
The shortstop, number 41, Rowan Ostman.
But you can't pat yourself on the back about that just yet. It is now first and second with 2 down for Rowan Ostman, who has followed up that line-out double, playing the second nicely with a couple of hits and a run scored. Grounds this one through for a base hit.
You're going to have a play at the plate here.
Here comes Lopes. Throw to the plate. Not in time. Throw to third. Not in time. Goes into left field. Here comes Galvis. 7-6-7 for Chiefs. And the wheels coming off here on the Blue Sox in the late stages. Oh, boy.
The first baseman, number 10, Anthony Perry.
Galvis scores on the error. Ostman's now at second. 5 unanswered runs by the Chiefs, down to their final 7 outs. When you think about it, Perry swings and misses for strike 1. So Ostman picks up the base hit and the RBI, and I just got absolutely fried by that last play. And, I mean, any good team is going to suffer games like these. Fly ball into center field. Catch is made for the out that retires the side,
For the
but
Chiefs,
the Chiefs get the
in
insurance.
the top of the 7th, 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 Blue Sox error, and 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Andre Chiefs 7, the Lexington Blue Sox 4. Due up for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the 7th, Walsh, Casserly, and Grundy.
LSP and Shipping Shield are partners in cards. Shipping Shields are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly. Made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use the link and codes on the screen or in the description for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of whatever this is. New whip for the Andre Chiefs is the closer, Oliver Colette, looking to pick up his 3rd save of the year, which would be a league high if he gets it. He's got 2 saves and also a 1-0 record this year in 5 2/3 innings. He's allowed 2 hits, 1 run, walked 2, struck out 7, and surrendered 1 home run. Against the Blue Sox last Tuesday, went an inning and a third, did not allow a hit, a run, or a walk, and struck out 3. 5 unanswered by the Chiefs, down to their final 7 outs. Have them 3 defensive outs away from a win that, while it wouldn't change anything about the head-to-head tiebreaker with the Blue Sox.
Leading off the bottom of the 7th, second baseman, number 10, Dylan Walsh.
It would have pretty strong implications on the ICL standings as they are now.
I was just thinking that, looking at these record numbers and then thinking about what you were saying with how Melrose already did.
So Melrose
Win
won already tonight. They're now 10-6-1. If the Blue Sox will still have 2 games in hand on the Americans after this one, no matter the result. But they still have 1 more game to play against each other with a head-to-head tiebreaker at stake there. And it'll be outside for ball. That's a week from tonight, in fact. Walsh, 0 for 2. Fielder's choice walk and a pop-up. Swings and misses. 2-2. Real quick, the answer to tonight's Blue Sox baseball trivia question. Who's the only Blue Sox or Chief to have multiple batting titles? In the 10 of the last 19 these 2 teams have won, as that's fouled off. Answer is the OWH, Danny Graham. 478 in 2007, 446 in 2009. Second in 2009, by the way, in the ICL batting title race was another Blue Sox, Ross Curley, who was only behind by, 90 points. Inside-out swing the other way, and that is going to be run down for out number 1.
If Andre does take care of business here, I mean, this gives you momentum to just take with you and try and run away with this thing. This could be huge for them.
The left fielder, number 41, Pat Casserly. See what I'm doing? That's a reverse jinx.
Cass, we're not going to try and litigate that.
No. Yeah.
Cass 1 for 2, double walk, run scored, ground out to third. So if the Chiefs win, they will get to 20 points. They'll be a point back of both the Blue Sox and the Bulldogs. They'll break that tie with Blue Sox and the Americans. They'll break that tie in the standings currently with the Bulldogs.
Has Andre similarly played a decent amount more games than the Blue Sox have so far, or no?
That bounces to the so the Blue Sox and Chiefs are even in games.
Ooh.
So this is, for both teams, this is their 15th game.
They feel very even with each other.
And the Bulldogs are also now at 15 games after their loss tonight. Fouled off the other way, 2-2. Melrose, as I said, the Blue Sox have 2 games in hand. So the Melrose is at 17 games. They have 9 games left. The Mad Dogs have also played 17 games. Middlesex has played 16. The Sabres have played 15. Check swing, appeal, no swing. It is a full count. And the Blue Sox will face the Sabres on Friday. First time they'll have faced the Sabres this year.
We'll see how lucky those Sabres are.
By Pythagorean record, as that's foul. Oh boy!
Did that hit his shin? Wow, no, it hit the seat right in front of him.
Oh my God!
We got enough hot shots down this right field line.
Sal Mirabella wants to know your location.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I was talking about the Pythagorean record with the ICL teams, the Sabres are 8-6-1 despite a -13 run differential. Scooped into center field, and
of course
Valdario
run down.
Gets there. Of course, Valdario gets there, and the Blue Sox are down to their final out.
The third baseman, number 22, Ryan Grundy.
Grundy had a 2-run double back in the third, which tied the game at the time. He also had a base hit leading off the fifth. The Blue Sox have had a base runner in every inning except this one so far, but they had 2 base runners at least in each of the first 5, and they only ever scored in the third inning.
That's baseball, baby. It's not winning baseball.
It's unfortunate, though.
It's unfortunate baseball. Well, Andre, they didn't do anything in the top of the first, but they've had at least one runner left on base every inning since as well.
And it's kind of fateful here because things could flip around, in another way, because the only 1-2-3 inning in this game was the top of the first, and now the Blue Sox are 2 strikes away from seeing themselves swing and a miss. Oh, no, that's strike 2. Strike 2. It was 2-1. It's now 2-2. But now the Blue Sox are 1 strike away from going down in order for the first time tonight and at the worst possible time. 2-2. Curveball goes outside.
I got to give credit to Woodman for that frame effort right there. Why not?
Payoff pitch to Grundy with Jimenez due up next. Collette trying to lock down his 3rd save of the year. Took a long time to get the sign from Woody, and now here he comes. Curveball in there, strike 3 called, and the ball game is over.
Tonight's final score, the Andre Chiefs 7, the Lexington Blue Sox 4. The winning pitcher for tonight's game, A.J. Rourke, taking the loss for the Blue Sox, Luke Deschanel. And getting the save, his 3rd of the season, Oliver Collette. Time of game, 2 hours, 4 minutes.
A tough loss for the Blue Sox to take. And as long as we're talking about, flipping things around, obviously, the way the Chiefs season ended last year, you hope that this is a positive sign of things to come if you're the Chiefs. The losing streak they went on last year that cost them a playoff berth. And this is a big win for them. Obviously, it doesn't change the tiebreaker. The regular season series ends 2-1 Blue Sox. But the Chiefs with a big momentum shifting win to get to 20 points. Even in games with the Blue Sox, 2 games in hand of Melrose and 1 point back of Melrose. And break the points tie with the Bulldogs to get to 20 points, 9-4-2. And they are also now even in games with the Bulldogs. So the Blue Sox, on points percentage, stay in first place tonight, but I'll try to get it back Friday against the Sabres, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, that 4th inning was very nice, and there are a couple of things that you can, if you're the Blue Sox, talk yourself up about. This was a different lineup than we've seen over the course of compared to the last 3 games. So this is gonna sound so trite, but it'd be cool if you could see maybe Luis Atiles back into the lineup. Talon Rossborough getting back, Craig Corliss getting back, and then seeing if some of the hotter hitters can get you out to an earlier, quicker lead against the team like Stoneham and just get a different tenor to the game. Because it has been a lot of, even going back to that loss against the Blue Jays, games that you held the lead in and then found a way to just, or even the tie to ADSL, those were your games, and they did not end up being your results. So you're at a different crossroads in this year than you were last season.
Do you mean the loss to Palmer, not the Blue Jays?
The Blue Jays was a 1-run win. My apologies.
Two-run win.
The Palmer Club loss, exactly. So, listen, you're never going to fall asleep on your laurels halfway through the season, but this is, I think, a nice natural result to maybe just wake up a couple of the loose, tie up a couple of loose ends, wake up a couple of the sleepy heads here.
Well, with this win, the Chiefs, by the way, become the first team in the ICL this year to score 100 runs. And, again, win goes to Mike McCarthy. Luke Deschanel takes the L. and Oliver Collette gets his league-leading third save. So with that said, this has been a presentation of LSP, something for everyone since 2011, copyright 2026. Unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of LSP or the Blue Sox is strictly prohibited. A reminder that if you'd like to support future LSP content, you can do so by buying shipping shields using the link and codes on the screen or in the description. Sponsor future content for as little as $25 a spot. Buy some of this fabulous merchandise from the LSP store. And, of course, if you're down with the sound called LSP, Linktree, Facebook, YouTube, PayPal, Creator Spring, LSP37. Try it with your friends. We'll see you Friday night lights for the Blue Sox and the Stoneham Sabres, 7:55 air, 8 p.m. first pitch on this here YouTube channel here at LHS. Once again, the final score from center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. It is the Andre Chiefs 7 and Lexington Blue Sox 4. For Chris Del Sordo and all my rowdy friends here at LHS, my name is Sam Feely, reminding you forever and always, freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in. Fresh for 2026. Suckers. Love you, Katrina. Party hard, Caitlin. Miss you, Tina.